Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Magic with Zuby. My name is Zuby, and if you're brand new to the show is all about a little well-known card game called Magic the Gathering. So on today's episode, we brought on none other than Jessica, aka InklinCustoms. You may know her as the one who makes a lot of cool, awesome token art out there on Twitter and has been around a lot of Magicfest /GP /Star City Opens, selling her art as well too on tokens. Brought her on and we discussed her, career as being a token artist and how she's got into that, and we talked anime, Magic, so much other stuff too. It was a really awesome conversation, and I hope you all really enjoyed as well too. But before we get into the interview, I just want to say a little few things. You can find this podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and Spotify, and hopefully soon Amazon as well. If you want to help support the show, you can help support the show at Patreon at patreon.com/magicwithzuby. And you can find me on Twitter at magicwithzuby, on Instagram at magic_with_Zuby. And you can email me with any questions you may have at mtgzuby@gmail.com. And we have two quick little commercials, and we will get right on to the interview. And please help welcome Jessica, aka InklinCustoms. Well, hey there, Zoe. Why the long face there, chum?
I just want to order some magic cards, but the shipping was too expensive.
Too expensive? Well, did you know if you go to legitmtg.com, you can order any magic cards, and anything over $2 or more has free shipping?
Wow, free shipping's at legitmtg.com. That's amazing.
You heard that right, Zoe. Free shipping at legitmtg.com with any order over $2 or more. Be sure to visit today and get the best deal on Magic singles and Magic sealed product available.
Wow, that's amazing!
And that is how you beat the latest standard meta with Abzan.
Ugh, it feels like there's no Magic content out there for someone like me. Someone who doesn't want to be competitive. Someone who is...
A normie?
Yeah, exactly! A normie!
Well, have I got the show for you, the all-new Magic for Normies show.
Hi, I'm Pixie.
And I'm Zuby.
Together, we host the all-new
Magic for Normies.
It is the Magic the Gathering show for all your normie needs. We don't care what deck got into the top 8 or what deck is winning. We care about having fun playing Magic.
That's right, Pixie. You can watch us on Pixie's Twitch channel at twitch.tv/PixieKittenPlays and catch the VOD on our YouTube channel, Pixie Kitten Plays. If audio is your thing, you can find episodes on the Magic with Zuby RSS feed. Magic for Normies. So we're doing this live. Well, not really live right now. It's recorded. Zuby here, and I've got none other than Jessica, aka you probably know her better as InklinCustoms. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm tired, I'll be honest. It's been a long day.
Yeah, I feel you. It's been a long year, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's already almost over. Can you believe it?
Right? Like, what is time?
I don't even know anymore. But I'm glad we're finally doing this. It's like, what, our third attempt? Yes, I think?
Third time's the charm, right?
I felt so bad the first time. It's like we had 20 minutes to go, and then I get a call from my job like, hey, something's down, we need you. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, no, you're fine. Here all the time, so.
Yeah. No, but thank you for understanding that, and I'm glad we're finally doing this.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring you on because I see you. I mean, I feel like you're pretty well known in Magic, with your tokens, and you went to a lot of GPs or Magicfest before the whole world stopped.
Yes. I'm so sad. I miss those so much.
Right? It's Pixie and I were just talking that we were originally because we started Magic for Normies, beginning of the year, and we've been talking like, hey, let's do Vegas. Like, we both had Vegas ready and scheduled and all that, and
yeah,
because we wanted to meet some of our normie fans and all that stuff, and then I think I ended up canceling Vegas back in April because I had everything already booked and all that. I just had to buy the plane tickets. But yeah, that sucked. Really sucked.
Yeah. We tried to, because like right when everything was beginning, we're like, ooh, let's take advantage of these cheap like plane tickets, but
Right?
then we had to cancel those.
Oh my gosh,
But
yeah.
what can you do? Nothing.
And not much. So how you been holding up during this? What have you been doing?
I have just been hanging out in my house and doing the art thing full time. It's really exciting.
How's that going, by the way?
It's going well. I was struggling a little bit because everything in the world was going on. It was a
Yeah.
little overwhelming, but
Yeah.
getting back on track and just trying to keep myself busy.
No, I know what you mean. It's
Keeps me sane,
yeah,
which
I
is saying much.
yeah, it's I'm kind of thankful my job is picking back up, like
Mm-hmm.
pace and all that, because I work in healthcare and a lot of my job
Okay.
depends on elective surgeries. So when they stopped all that, or like
Mm-hmm.
early on in the pandemic, it's like I'm just sitting around doing nothing, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, am I gonna be fired or something, or am I gonna be? No, I mean, thankfully, none of that happened, but it was. I mean, I think like everybody, it was a scary time, and just we had no idea what was gonna happen.
Yeah. I know, like the first time it really hit me, what like was when I went to the grocery store and like was like, oh, I heard this sickness is going around. Maybe I should like stock up on some like hand sanitizer because I worked at a comic book shop
Yeah,
and like it was cleared and I was like, this is interesting.
yeah. Where do you live?
I live in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Oh, okay. So you're sort of in the middle of the country there. Um,
Good old Midwest.
oh yeah, I'm down in Florida with crazy Florida man. Uh,
Ooh.
you're peeking around the corner. But so I remember when it really hit for me was when I couldn't find any toilet paper, and that didn't start happening till about April for us, because like
Yeah.
it
I
was.
remember I go by GPs, so it was, or maybe this wasn't open. It was in Detroit. We were supposed to go, then they canceled it. And then we were
Yeah,
like,
yeah, wasn't
oh,
that
we
back
should
in
like,
March or something they were supposed to?
yeah, I think so. Feels like a million years, but then like,
It does.
and we went to like a Sam's Club, and like everything was just cleared. It was so shocking.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too uncommon to see that in Florida, like especially during hurricane season and all that, especially
Yeah.
when you know a hurricane's coming, but there's always toilet paper. It's it's usually like water and every other drink is gone and you're just like, okay, whatever, I'm just going to go freeze water, put it in my freezer or something, or fill up a bathtub. And so, but when the toilet paper disappeared, we're just like, oh shit, what are we gonna do? Because I've got two daughters and my wife, and it's like four of us here. We're like, oh damn, I don't know what to do. Like even paper towels were all gone too.
Yeah.
It
It
was
was strange. It was like just tissue paper. I'm like, oh, could work.
oh yeah, I bought boxes of tissues. I mean, I've still got so many paper towels in the closet, and it's I mean, it doesn't go bad at least.
Yeah. Go wrong.
So how long have you been doing the Inkling Customs going on for now? I think I became aware of your work a couple years ago, like 2017, 2018 or something like that, or
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It is blurring together.
right?
I think it's been 4 or 5 years now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. First event was I did like there was a local like pop culture con. I started there with my tokens. People didn't even buy them for what got me was because the year before, two famous YouTubers came, Jacksepticeye and Markiplier.
Okay.
And then the year after everybody came and they just wanted their merch. So I just drew a ton of those and sold a bunch, and that was
Oh,
how I
wow.
like got started.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
And then I started going to Star City Opens, and was touring around, like, because we're in the Midwest, so we tried to hit up as many like Midwest as possible, like
Yeah.
shows. And then when like the platinums, they stopped doing their token, I was like, hey, I make tokens, like,
Yeah.
if you want, I can make you some. Which was really cool, like such a cool experience. They're all like super nice, such sweethearts. We had so much fun making them. And then Channel Fireball reached out to me and was kind enough and was like, hey, you want to go to Magicfest? And we're like,
That's awesome.
please. So yeah, that was pretty much what I was doing till this shenanigans happened.
Right.
But I'm still like making stuff, focusing more on commissions right now, because I was working another job. Like I was working at a comic shop before, and then I got laid off. And now I'm just kind of focusing on the art stuff now. So,
Nice.
which is awesome.
Nice. So what's it like being a vendor at a Magicfest or an open? What's something that maybe people out there that don't know when you're just having to be a vendor there?
A lot of fun. It's like for vendors, it's really funny because you get your like breaks when rounds are going on.
Yeah.
You get this rush of people when they're done playing, and then you get this like quiet time because everybody's concentrated and whatnot. But usually, like, because I'm lucky enough, my fiance Chad travels with me, so he kind of handles the booth, and I'm just like head down, like scribbling away, because I do like custom tokens.
Yeah.
And those are super fun because usually people will get like their favorite characters or a funny idea or like a little memory or a gift for somebody at home.
Oh, that's good. So he handles the business side of it while you get to do the art.
Yeah, we're a good team. He like actually majored in business and I was the art person.
So what is it that you exactly make for people who may not know? I mean, I know you're popular for the tokens. What else? Is there anything else that you make?
I started getting into like playmats and stuff, but it's mainly the tokens. I think I'm most known for the like personalized tokens.
Yeah.
Like especially like players.
Yeah, like I know Pixie has her own set of tokens and
Yeah, like yeah.
And I think I've seen like what Emma Handy and
Yeah, Emma Handy.
Oh, you actually got a little binder of all the
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Binder, like all the people, and I get them to like sign it.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, in case you don't, for people listening to the audio, she's got this little binder and looks like a lot of the players. No, it's okay. It's okay. She's got a little binder and has signatures of all the people that you've made. Do you have signature of everybody that you've made tokens from?
I sometimes miss them. Usually they're like, hey, and I give them their tokens and then they have to run off.
Yeah.
Busy professional players.
Yes, very.
But it's okay. I think my favorite might be the Keither brothers. They were so adorable, and their mom was so excited. They actually sent me a picture of the pose they did in the token. She did it for like a Christmas present.
Who are they again? I don't.
Oh, it's these three brothers. I think Quinn still plays, but they were the Kiefer Bros.
Oh, I do not remember them.
Oh, don't worry. It was a while ago.
Yeah.
See, that's where I'm like, I've seen players come and go.
Yeah.
They were super adorable and like super hardworking too. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, like I said, I think the youngest one Quinn might have moved on to Hearthstone, maybe. The
Oh,
other ones
okay.
just kind of grew away from it. That's the game, isn't it? You grow
Pretty
in and
much.
out of it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How
Are
long
you
have you?
excited for the new set?
Oh, Zendikar.
Yeah.
Pixie and I were just talking about that on our podcast, and I mean, there's still some. I mean, even now, there's probably spoilers coming out right now as we're recording this, and I'm just. Some of them seem really crazy good, and a lot of them, like that whole party mechanic with the D&D set coming out next year. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about it. I love it.
That seems really fun.
Are you a fan of D&D?
I'm. I've been like listening into this really cool group every once in a while, but I haven't quite dove into it.
Ooh,
The
you should.
character aspect intrigues me because I'm like, ooh, you get to
Oh,
create your own character.
role playing. Oh, it's a lot of fun. I mainly DM.
Okay.
And but I'm a player in one of the games with some of my coworkers, and it can be so much fun, especially when you have a good group of people and they get really into it. But oh my god, it's worth trying out because I'm even doing a game with Pixie, my daughter, Young Rhino, or yeah, MTG Rhino. I'm doing a game with him, his dad, and his sister too. DMing for all them, and it's just a lot of fun doing it.
No.
Yeah, he's getting so into it too. Like he plays a little gnome wizard, and it's it's some of the funniest thing where he's short, so it's a lot of short jokes, and
Yeah.
but he's doing really well with it, and his dad's been a D&D player for a long time, so it's been he's helping him out, and it's fun. My daughter loves role playing. She I mean, you could probably just do the whole game with just role playing and never like any combat action or anything, and she'd be fine. Which you need to try it. You need to try it. Yeah.
All right. I'll have to give it a go.
It's worth it. It's so much fun. It's and one of the things that I like about D&D compared to I mean, we all know Magic is super expensive as a hobby. Like I mean, it can be as cheap as you want it to be, but ingrained Magic players like to spend a lot of money.
Yeah. We're getting more into EDH.
Yeah.
Like,
And especially when new sets come out and you're trying to power up your decks.
Yeah.
But with D&D, pretty much you could play it. Wizards probably won't like me saying this, but you could essentially play it for free.
Yeah.
But you pretty much the things that you really need are just pen and paper, really. And that's all
That's
you need.
what it seems like.
I mean, yeah, it's good to have the rule books and all that, but if your friends have the rule books and
Well, and even I know the starter kit's only like $20 if you want that. That has like all the character sheets, and the guide, like I think the rules and some dice.
Yeah, it's some of the basic rules of it. It doesn't get too deep into it, and it comes with a starter campaign, and that starter campaign's really a lot of fun. I've run through that a couple times, and I ran through it with my kids and my wife, and they loved it. It's a lot of fun. So, or do I just need to bring you onto my D&D game with Pixie and I and...
See, that's my only problem. I'm like, that's a lot of time because don't they go on for like an hour or two? Or how long do you?
Well, we play about 3 hours, and
exactly.
It's every other week we do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because plus we're taking a break right now because this whole month of September I'm working like crazy amount of hours. So we're not even going to play again until like mid-October, I think. Because I just told them like we have to take a break, but I ended on such an awesome cliffhanger for them too. And
ooh, so mean.
I know, but it was great. It was great. There's an invasion of orcs and goblins coming to fight the area of elf and human farmers and all that stuff, and And they allied themselves with some giant spiders in the forest. Pixie and her crew did, not the orcs and goblins.
Yeah. No. Oh. Giant speeders. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they were. I think some of them weren't too happy with me when I introduced the spiders.
Yeah.
But no, definitely worth trying. And like I said, if you're ever interested in like learning how to play or anything, I'm more than happy to teach. It seems very daunting at first, and it is. It's very daunting to like create a character and all that, and that was like one of the first things I did when I was, because I'd played D&D before like 5th edition came out. I'd played some of the older ones, but with this, when the new edition came out, I started it 3 years ago, and I think once I learned the basic rules, I created I don't know how many character sheets just to get the understanding of how to create characters. And so it's a lot of fun. I mean, even 3 years into this, I still don't know all the rules because there's just so many of them.
It's the same with Magic. Like,
oh yeah,
I feel like sometimes there's like still like judge.
Right.
I don't know, how does this interact with each other?
Oh right, like when I'm playing EDH on my streams, it's like I barely know how to play the game, and yet I do a podcast about it.
I know. I was like so nervous at first because I like miss people.
Yeah.
And I've been like, hey, like if you need anybody for EDH, I'm not really great, but like maybe I'll be entertaining. And at first I was really nervous, but then I realized, like, especially with EDH at least, it seems like it's not really, about the game per se. Well, like, it is the game, but like it's not about winning, it's just more having fun.
Yeah, having fun and doing shenanigans and
just doing like ridiculous stuff and all that jazz. So
and especially if you get a good group of people to play with. Like some of the people on my Discord, they're so much fun to play with, and sometimes we do bring out our dumb degenerate decks and just like try to go ham on each other, but then we'll play goofy pre-con decks. Like, have you seen the Ashaya card from Zendikar, the new Zendikar?
Or what?
I
get distracted by the art. I'm just like, oh, it's pretty, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably read what it does.
Its power and toughness equals to the amount of lands you have out on the battlefield, and I think it has a landfall trigger or something. I don't know, something like that. Oh wait, no, it says non-token creatures are forest lands in addition to their other types. So my whole goal for that deck is to make that creature the commander, have about 70 lands, and then have like a bunch of ramp spells and maybe some equipment to protect it, and that's it. My only creature. I don't think I could lose.
Yeah, you're just winning at that point.
Like play like, oh no, Zuby's casting it again. It's a 50-50 when it hits the battlefield. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's just it's got Shroud, Hexproof, Trample, and Indestructible.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. Forget about it.
It's fine. You just hang it out, Yeah.
Oh man, but that it's stuff like that I love with EDH, just doing silly stuff. What are some of the EDH decks that you like to play?
I am really enjoying Otrami right now. The mutated.
Oh yeah.
Little dragon dude.
He's a dragon?
Well,
is he a dragon?
He looks like Toothless.
Hold on. Let me.
Cousins of Toothless.
Is he a dragon? I'm pulling up.
I was like,
maybe he is a dragon. Hold on. He does kind of look
lizard.
A giant lizard or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. He just like the playfulness and
yeah,
like the way his face, it looks like Toothless. So I thought he was a dragon. I could be wrong.
Who the heck knows? I named that deck Teenage Mutant Ninja Otrimi. because it was great. I don't have any turtles in the deck though. That's what I'm missing.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And I have Karametra, but I just upgraded to Astrid.
Oh, is that the
yeah.
Planeswalker one?
Yeah, the mask lady.
Oh no.
I haven't got quite used to that because I actually got the list off of BDM. And he's very good at magic. Fun. I like building like pillow forts and then attacking you.
Uh-oh.
I either like really aggressive stuff or like really slow, do nothing.
I think for
I
me,
usually just try to. I'm so used to, because my fiance Chad plays Shroom, so I'm
sure.
like
Oh, okay. Yeah.
anti artifacts.
Uh-oh.
So usually I'm just trying to kill him, so everybody else can have fun.
Oh man, that's like my wife used to play Magic with us for a little while there, and she used to play EDH. At the time I had maybe like 7 to 8 EDH decks, and I had her try each one. The only deck she liked, because she would win every single time, was Slivers.
Hey, that's a good one, and there's lots of.
Oh, it was way too damn good.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I remember that used to be real. Well, I guess it's still real mean.
Yeah, it can be. But then she would never play anything else because she'd like, no, I want to win all the time. And
that makes sense though.
I built her an angel deck one time, and she really liked that because she did like you were saying, like as she built it like pillow fort and all that, where you couldn't really swing in an attacker, and then she would just gain so much life and all that, and just it'd be. I think you'd end up decking yourself before you could even kill her or anything. Yeah, that was like 5-6 years ago. God, that was a long time ago.
Fun.
Oh yeah. So, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about EDH. One of the things that I like that I really like with EDH is trying to build around the commander. Like if the commander does something fun or unique. Like I just recently built Winota, the one from Ikoria, the Boros one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I built it, but with Zendikar allies.
Ooh.
So it's pretty gross. Because all the allies trigger off each other, and Winota can get humans out from your deck and trigger off more allies. Yeah, I got a really big lashing from Pixie on that deck. Because I had no idea the deck was gonna do so good. I'm thinking like it's Boros. Like Boros is never really very good in EDH.
Terrible allies who.
And I was playing against like 2 blue decks too, so I'm thinking, okay, someone's gonna counterspell me, right? Or someone's gonna board wipe me. Nope. Yeah. Never happened. So.
You just
and everybody got so mad at me, and it's like I don't blame you. I got mad at myself. It happens.
Tell them to play better. Gosh,
right? Right? And get better. Jeez. So we're gonna definitely get you on D&D. That's for sure.
All right.
So okay, this is what you got to do.
Okay.
Help you out with your business here. All right. Oh. You start doing this now. You start making D&D tokens for the upcoming D&D set.
Oh yes.
Like you could research a lot of the popular D&D characters and all that. Ooh. Let me know when you get them, because I'll buy like all of them off you.
Okay. All right. I know. I still like, because I've been like trying to catch up on commissions. I'm so far behind on like regular tokens, and I'm just like So I definitely need to. I'm trying to catch up before October because I have a fun idea.
Ooh.
But first I have to get work done before I have fun.
So when new sets come out, so you do a lot of commissions for people and all that, but when new sets come out, do you try to do tokens for like new set themes and all that?
Yeah. I was really good about, keeping up. But I think I'm like 2 sets behind right now. Um, Usually I just see what like people are playing, uh, and then just make fun stuff. Yeah, something different than the beautiful art that they already have.
So what set have you been working on lately?
um, what?
Have you done any Theros or Ikoria?
No, those were the ones. Yeah, I was gonna say it was the. I just remember sharks. I needed to make like I have
That was Ikoria with
ideas for the
Sharknado.
mutating. Yeah. Yeah, it was basically the mutate stuff. I had ideas for, and then I just kind of put it on the back burner. But so we'll see. Mainly, I'm like I want to use that. I'm
Right?
gonna make them for myself, even though nobody uses those.
No,
And a few of like,
Sharknado ones would be cool.
right? Yeah, I had some fun ideas with those. I kind of wanted to do like IKEA sharks because they're so
IKEA
cute.
sharks?
What? You haven't seen the IKEA shark meme?
No, hold on. Yeah. So I gotta look this up right now. So IKEA
Yeah,
sharks.
yeah, sharks. Yeah, it's just a stuffed animal, and this person bought one and like made it their child, and like has picture, and I think even IKEA has played off on this to where like they'll have IKEA shark in like the living room settings, like their setup.
I see IKEA
They're like,
sharks in like business settings, like in a conference room,
yeah,
in an office.
yeah,
I've
it's
never
living
heard
their
of this.
life, in their best life.
So is this like a stuffed animal IKEA sells or something?
Yeah, it's like it's huge. It's like
Oh,
this
okay.
big.
Because the pictures don't
Um,
make it seem like it's very big.
yeah, no.
Oh
I
dang.
think
Okay, yeah, they are. Holy crap.
yeah. Yeah, I think it started with this one girl. She like bought one and then she like took a picture of it like in her car with a seatbelt and then like was tucking it in and had it at the table. It was really funny.
Okay, yeah, you need to do the IKEA shark for the token for the
Yes.
Shark Typhoon or whatever.
Mhm.
That'd be great. Just have like couple of them just in various stances or something. Oh my god, this
Yeah.
one of the IKEA sharks trying to eat a cat.
That's so
Oh my
cute.
god. It's oh, IKEA sharks with chef hats.
Yeah, it just kind of it was
Oh
one of
my
those things
god.
that kind of grew. I think it was like a few years ago
I'd
when it
never
got
heard of this. It's
big.
awesome. There's
That's
so
okay.
many freaking memes. I can't.
You can't keep up with them
Oh my
nowadays.
gosh.
They have like a lifespan of like a day,
If that, right? It's like if it's
a couple
popular
hours.
in the morning, like by the time
Mm.
it's the evening time, you're like, yeah, okay, I'm done with it. It's old.
Mm-hmm. I think my theory is the turning point was probably Bowsette. That was the time when I was like, it just seemed like overnight, all the artists made like a ton of fan art. I was just like, where did this all come from?
Oh, I
And
remember
then
that.
it like
Yeah, the
survived
yeah,
for, well, it still survives. I still see stuff every once in a while. I'm like, ah.
yeah. No, I remember the Bowsette one. Do you remember do you remember Rage comics
Yes.
when they were like a thing and like how funny they were and they were everywhere and now they're completely gone. I mean, a
Yeah.
lot of the regular memes like what is it, Confession Bear, the oh, isn't there a duck one or something? I can't remember, but I mean,
Oh, the like optimistic dog and the like power baby. He was like, ugh.
yo, yeah, yeah.
Are we talking about whale memes?
The oh, I guess they would be considered old now. Shit,
That was
God,
like early 2000. Well, no. Yeah, like
2010s, I think.
yeah,
Shit,
in the
am I?
teens.
Anybody listen to this? They're like, how old are you guys? Like that was so, freaking.
Oh, hey, I remember those days.
It seems
I
like
remember.
yesterday.
It really does. I just, because I was in art school and like those were really big, or at least I had access to the interwebs because, when
Oh
I was in
God.
high school, I had the dial up. Scary.
Okay, am I like aging myself here? You're saying you were like in
Oh.
school when in the early 2010s?
Yes.
Oh man, I must be old. 'Cause I mean, I
I'm
graduate.
30.
Oh, okay, so you're not that much younger than me. I'm
Yeah, I'm not like
okay.
super young.
Oh,
I
I
just
don't.
act young.
I mean, I don't know. I
People
mean,
are always surprised. They're like, "How old are you?" I'm like, "I'm 30." They're like, "What?" I'm like,
that's
"What?"
so. Yeah, because I started college in 2004, got done by 2006. I actually went to art school too. I went for graphic design. Um,
Ooh.
if you were to ask me to draw anything, I'd be like, nope, can't do it.
Hey, there's different forms of artwork, so that's okay.
I used to be pretty decent at it. I remember,
Mm.
I think it got lost during one of the moves, but I think I've said this before on my show. My favorite art piece I ever did, and I might have a picture of it somewhere on MySpace if that still exists,
Hey, it
is
still does.
I did a realistic like black and white portrait of Nicolas Cage, and it looked so fucking awesome.
Sounds great.
And but it's long gone though. Like the physical art is long
Yeah,
gone of it. But
but
I
there's
was like
so much.
so proud of it though. It was
You, you need
it was hard.
you need to find, or you need to see if it's still on MySpace and repost it on
Oh
Twitter.
God, didn't they get rid of like all the accounts or something for it, or like all the personal
No,
accounts? I have no
maybe
idea.
you could do the time machine thingy.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I'll have
Yeah,
to check that out. Um,
there's yeah, yeah, time machine.
but when I was in school, this was back this was back during Photoshop 7. Um,
Mm-hmm.
before it was like Photoshop CS whatever. And then it was before Adobe even bought Flash. It was Macromedia Flash. It shows how old it was. I think my favorite class I did though for during my whole art, whatever you call it, the 2 years of my AA degree, or yeah, AA degree,
Mm.
was the photography class, because we had to go into the use real film and had to go in the dark lab and everything, and like that was so much fun, like getting to do
Ugh,
that.
the smell. Ugh.
Yeah. I mean, and then when we went to digital cameras, it wasn't
Mm.
as fun. But
Yeah. Yeah, I always liked sneaking around because I went to Heron School of Art and they had like a whole department for the photography in the basement. I like sneaking down there and seeing what they had.
what did you go to, like what did you major in?
uh, Majored in general fine arts with a minor in book arts.
Okay.
They didn't have it, or I did focus in drawing and illustration because they didn't have a program for illustration, of course, till after I graduated. I
Right.
graduated in 2012. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, I kind of did everything though. I thought I was gonna be like do printmaking for a while, and it was very interesting. I don't know if it's the same way. Well, I don't think so. I think it's gotten better, but nobody liked illustrators. They're just like,
Oh,
you're
really?
supposed to do the art for the creating something. And I'm just like, but I could create something and get money.
Right.
But I don't know. It was very, very intriguing experience. Sometimes I miss it, and then other times I don't. But I don't know. That is the one thing. Like again, I miss with Magicfest
Yeah.
is just seeing all the artists there because they're so cool. I love chit chatting about Aaron Miller's super cool, and Post is always good to see.
And the times I've met Post, he was pretty cool. Did you ever meet Randy Gallegos?
Uh, Possibly.
He's one of the ones that I really took a liking to. He does a lot of video game art too.
Oh, okay.
He does.
No, I don't think I have.
It's not like video game, like stills of video games or something. Like he'll try to draw like or paint. I can't remember if it's drawing or painting. I have some of his video game tokens. I got to look at it. It's he'll take he'll try to just paint like the systems or the controllers in a like lifelike fashion and all that, and it looks really good too.
Ooh, yeah.
So, and he's a really, all the times I've met him, he was a really cool dude. At RK Pose, he was cool. God, who else? There's John Avon. I know I met him a couple times. Seemed really chill and all that.
Yeah, that was my thing before I like was making art. We would go because we've been like just traveling to events like for super long time. But I would play and then I would drop out and then I would just like hang out in artist alley and chat with them. They were usually all really cool.
That's good. That's good. Did you like the change to because what is it? Channel Fireball got the rights to GPs back 2018, I want to say. I think it was. Do you like what they kind of did with GPs that because I think a lot of the complaints, and I'd be curious to hear from like a vendor's perspective, because just a lot of complaints that I've heard from a player's perspective was, and maybe it depends on which city it was in too, because there was a few GPs I went to, like it felt kind of disorganized, like events were running really late, and sometimes the computer system would mess up a lot. Do you feel that there was any kind of big change when Channel Fireball took it over, when you were vending for them before they took it over?
Vending wise, well, like I remember the days where, you were there for like 12, 13 hours, playing all day.
Mm-hmm.
When they took over the Magicfest, because I had been to a few GPs where, yeah, it would run late. Like, there were some companies that it did seem a little disorganized. And when Channel Fireball, now I didn't go to them right away, but when I started vending with them, it seemed very organized. And I liked the environment that they had created. It was more of a con feel, or it seemed like they were trying to go for that.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate as a casual player. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know about, the more competitive ones, like players. I felt like they still enjoyed it.
I love the pro shop they ended up opening up after a while. So much merch you'd only be able to ever order online, and
now it's like right at your fingertips.
Like a lot. That was probably one of my favorite new things they did for the Magicfest. But I guess as a vendor, you felt was it easier to work with them with that, and it's one business instead of who knows who's running that GP.
Yeah, exactly. Like now you only have to work with like one person. Like I was still going to a few Star City opens too.
But that's still just one company though, right? Because Star City would run all those.
Yeah. I was gonna say I did one GP and that was with Star City. That was like their last one. It was in DC. And that was it, and before they transferred to Magicfest. And we tried reaching out and it didn't work out, and we were just lucky enough for them to notice us, and cool.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But yeah, no, they were always super helpful, and like their team's great. I miss them. I just miss everybody. But I feel like all the I think like seemed like Magic, at least from my perspective, there's always some like growing pains, and yeah, I think it depends on, you know, the location, because it was really interesting. Like, you know, we went to a Star City Open in Vegas, and we thought, you know, that would be big, but you know, I think it was either a week before or after Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
so there weren't as many people, but
Yeah, I can see
then
that.
like, you know, the GP or Magic Fest, we heard like those were really good, and then we actually went to one last year, and it was insane. There were so many great people. That was such a fun experience. I know. I like saw on my planner that it was like, because what, it was last weekend.
Yeah, I
Is that
think it was. Yeah, it was supposed to be last week.
I was just like,
And let me take a look at my. Yeah, last week it was supposed to be in Vegas. Oh well.
but you know, at least we have the internet where we can like
Right.
chit chat. You know,
Right. Imagine if the pandemic took down the internet.
yeah,
There'd be
like,
world chaos.
we'd have problems.
I think there would be a literal World War III at that point. But then I don't think anyone would know it would be happening though.
Yeah, yeah, it would just be a hot mess.
Oh my gosh.
So,
We'd have to go
thank
back to newspapers cuz
oh Lord.
pretty much all TV is digital or satellite now. So yeah, there's no analog TV anymore. So oh my god, that's a scary thought. So that's good to hear cuz it's and I'm not trying to talk bad about Channel Fireball. Maybe it is the size of the city or something cuz the ones that I've been to in Orlando and Tampa were pretty bad. Like in terms of just everything being organized. When I went to Dallas and Atlanta, and when I went to Atlanta twice, they were like perfect. So
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I haven't been to either of those cities, and yeah, maybe it was just
maybe it's like size wise because Orlando and Tampa were much smaller compared to like Atlanta and Dallas and all that. So I don't know. I don't know how they do it, but now that's good to hear that it seems like it sounded like it was a good experience doing that. Has there been any talks from Channel Fireball about starting up Magicfest next year, or
Oh, I have no idea.
they haven't reached out or anything, or
No, they were so kind and reached out for their Magic Fest. Yeah, Magic Fest in a box.
oh
I
yeah,
got
yeah,
some
yeah.
of my tokens to put in those.
Oh, that's cool.
But other than that, I really haven't heard too much. That's okay. But it seems like and they were very nice. They let me have a slide on their stream too, to like promote my stuff. So
Oh,
it
that's
seemed
awesome.
like they were trying to work with the artists quite a bit. I don't know. They've always been super nice to me.
No, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I've never.
Thankful.
Yeah, I've worked with them for some GPs just when they used to do the Spell Slinger events. And then I worked with them on this past Command Fest as well too. I got to say, that was nerve-wracking doing that Command Fest and all that. Have you been a part of one of those streams with them?
No, I'm usually on the sideline just cheering people.
I guess it was like nerve-wracking as hell. Not so much, it wasn't so much playing, but at the same time we're sort of on a time limit. So we have to play fast, and then you know, all four of us were chatting, playing the game and all that stuff. Then on the corner of their eye, the audience couldn't hear, but we have some Channel Fireball like producers in our ears saying, "Hey guys, you got to speed it up. You got to speed it." We're like, "Oh shit." And it's nerve-wracking when they're saying, "Hey guys, you got to speed up. You got to speed it up." Because, you know, Commander game, you can't do a Commander game in an hour unless you're playing like high power level or something like that.
Yeah. And like, yeah, I was gonna say I felt bad because I watched last one, some of them.
Yeah.
And I could tell some people were struggling because they hadn't played online really much
Yeah.
before, and I feel like you need to have that because like when I started, it was hard. You're like, what is this card and how do I
Right?
read it? And I don't want to ask the people. I should just
Yeah,
know, right?
it's a different experience because you can't just look at someone's card or grab their card from across the table and take a look at what it does and all that. And you have to be cognizant of what everyone else has too, because it's so easy to forget. Like, you've got a force of will in hand or something, and I can't. I play a spell thinking it won't be countered.
Yeah. Like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
I think that's why I tend to go with like Otrami that's like more aggro or the Pillow Fort one where it's like I don't really have to pay attention to what everybody else is doing. I could just, do my own thing, and if they kill me, oh well.
Yeah, it because I've been playing on Spell Table a lot, like since the pandemic.
Yeah.
I've been streaming it a lot, and it's the it took a big it took a while to get used to, and then I had to take apart some decks that really relied on other people's decks, like any kind of thief decks or clone decks. I pretty much took out every spell that would clone someone's thing or like
But
or take from their graveyard.
I will suggest, have you heard of infinity tokens?
Oh yes, I've got
Those.
my pack right here.
Yeah.
Oh, so before this, it was very
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
With this, with at least cloning, it's a lot easier. But like stealing people's cards, I still find it to be a pain in the butt because then you're having to write down the card name and figure out what to do. But yes, with Infinite tokens, I love it. It like one of the best creations that they made for it.
And they're so nice. Oh,
I know, right? They do such a good job like trying to support everybody. They'll jump in my stream and give shout outs and all that, and I'm just like, I'm fucking nobody, all right? Why are you coming in here?
Yeah.
But no, they're awesome. Do you know them or just know them through Twitter or anything?
Just know them through Twitter.
Is it just one person who did it, or is it a team, or?
2 people.
Okay.
I know one is a lady, but
Okay.
we briefly chatted because we were like, oh, we gotta support women, and I was like, hell
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, we briefly chatted on Twitter, and then I've just seen them like on everybody's stream, and then I was like, hey, like, this is cool. I get to draw because I make tokens, but I don't like using my tokens sometimes, just because
Yeah.
I find it boring sometimes.
I can
don't
see
know
that.
why.
I can see that.
I just don't like looking at my own art for too long. I like doing it
Yeah.
and then like shoving it into the void and
Yeah,
not thinking about it ever again.
it's kind of like my podcast. I record it.
Yeah.
And I may listen to it just to make sure it sounds okay. It doesn't sound like complete trash. And then I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah. Come on.
So, yeah.
I got more stuff to do.
Yeah. So I know what you mean. So one thing I want to bring up and talk to you about, I got a lot of questions about this one. I think you are also known for something else on Twitter. TikTok.
Ah! Yes.
So I got to first ask, what is the appeal of TikTok to you? Like I've honestly tried to get into it. Like I've made a few videos on it, but it's like it doesn't do it for me.
No. What your problem is? You probably didn't get on D&D TikTok, did you?
No.
No. See, that's your problem.
I've only seen Magic TikTok.
There's Magic TikTok, which is great. I love the community that's going on there. I like to just try and find as many people and friends. I think it's just it reminded me of Vine, and I adored Vine.
So I could never get into Vine either back when that was a thing.
Well, maybe that. Do you like the quick comedy, I guess? Are you not into that? I don't know. I guess I could just the scrolling aspect. I'm just like I can spend hours. I actually had to I'm taking a break right now because that was so bad. I put a timer to where I could only watch it for an hour a day because I was watching it too much. Um, I don't know. It's great because there's just a variety of people just creating shenanigans. And there's
Yeah.
just, and I feel like they play off each other, or at least for me, I feel like, it's a bunch of creatives. At least my For You page was filled with like LGBT content and a lot of like body positivity. Like, I've loved that so much. There's what is her name? Bay. It's something Bay. And like there's just so many different people where they're comfortable in their skins, and I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, oh, I want to be comfortable in my skin. And it's just been so cool. And like artists and gaming and like the D&D, I'll have to send you. There's one girl that's hilarious. She does these like little skits with D&D, and it's just silly shenanigans. And
I'll
then
have to
there's
check
the
that out.
like random, just out of like, you're just like, why were you like videotaping this? and and it fascinates me. I think that's what really fascinates me, especially with the internet in general, is just trends. I love following trends and like trying to predict like, ooh, is this gonna be like fun? Like, I think this will catch on, you
Yeah.
know. And I felt that way with like TikTok. I was kind of like iffy at first, but then I like hopped on. I think it was Athena when she like did a lot of those. She's the cause of my addiction. So,
Uh-oh.
um, I jumped on and I was like, hey, I think this is gonna be a thing. And then like for the longest time, I was like, oh, I don't want to like make anything. But it's really like once you get past that and you just like put your stuff out there, it's a fun. I think that's with like any content though. You're always like, oh, it's like who's gonna pay attention to me? Like I'm not that great. And then
Yeah.
you know you throw it out there and people are like, hey, like that's pretty cool. Like
I like the way
do
you
some
put that.
more.
I like the way you put that. No, it's
I,
true. It's true.
that's how I feel. Any like I don't care like what content you're making. If you're an artist, YouTuber, TikToker, whatever, like you just gotta make stuff and throw it on the wall, see what sticks,
Pretty
run with
much,
it.
right?
That's pretty much what I've been doing. So,
Now, I
um,
think one of the things that I had issues with TikTok, because I do like short videos, um,
mm,
because I used to, like, back in high school, I used to make a lot of like comedy videos. Like before YouTube was a thing, like before it ever
yeah,
existed, we would, yeah, one each of us would have like our own video tape recorders, video tapes here, and we would,
yeah.
record stuff and then actually have to splice it all together on like a digital editor. Oh my god, that thing was
Oh yeah.
archaic as hell. Now that I think about it, you put the tape in the
A
whatever you call it, and then have to like render it through the computer and splice it and all that. We used to make videos like that, and um, a lot of, and so I was thinking, okay, TikTok could be something similar, right? But oh my, like I didn't like how rudimentary like the editing and splicing of it was. So what I had to do was I had to, so some of the stuff I made, I had to make separate videos on my phone, like separate little clips of like, okay, this is going to be one scene and then the other scene, and then I had to add
mm.
them all together on TikTok after I already edited them all down. And I'm just like, oh my god, that's a pain in the ass.
I feel like, especially if people already have, editing skills. I know, trying to remember, Katie Bates. She was having the same issues where she's like, "This is just garbage. Like, why do you use this?" I'm just like, I don't know. I just figured it out. Uh, it's probably because I don't have any like editing training. usually just use apps to like, I just figure out what the kids are doing,
Right.
and play around with that. I should probably like, I have been seriously considering, because the editing does fascinate me, and I do have all the Adobe stuff to where I could use it. Actually, animation really intrigues me. I really want to get into that.
What is it?
But
The After Effects? You can do
yeah.
animation or something with Adobe?
Mm-hmm.
That looks cool. I wish I had that shit when I was a kid. Like, especially when I used to do those videos back in high school and all that before YouTube. I would have made so much cool shit back then.
We were lucky in high school. We had a computer class. I can't remember we learned Flash, because we learned Flash, Illustrator,
Dreamweaver would have been one of them. That's the website one.
yep. Mm-hmm.
That's just what I
but we
remember in
learned-
college.
I'm trying to remember. There was a 3D one where you could like make little animations. We did like 3D modeling. It was
Oh
really
my
into
God,
wolves back then, so I made a wolf running, but like if you looked at the wrong angle, you'd see like the leg floating away.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I cannot remember the name. But wasn't that part of the Macromedia suite? That
Yes.
wasn't part of Adobe.
Yeah,
Because Adobe was more Photoshop, Illustrator,
Mm-hmm.
and that was it really with them.
Yeah.
And I think there was no Flash was Macromedia,
Oh, okay.
and then there the 3D. Oh my God, I know what one you're talking about. And Dreamweaver was Macromedia as well.
Uh-huh.
That was before Adobe bought them up. But yeah, I can't think of the name of it. I know what you're talking about though, because I remember making like little animated GIFs or whatever in Flash, and then doing like little 3D stuff in that other program, and like back when animated GIFs were a huge thing.
Dancing Baby.
Oh my God,
Classic.
yes. Or doing like Stickman animated GIFs too.
Yes.
Those were great.
Mhm.
Newgrounds. Do you remember Newgrounds?
Yes.
Oh my! I used
they
to
do.
lose myself in that, like all the stupid Flash games and the Flash movies, like that was, I think, the YouTube of our generation. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it really was. Ugh. I remember,
Like-
and kids. You know what I found really fascinating with TikTok is
What?
now anime is a flex. Like being into anime is a
What?
popular thing. And I was just like, where was this when I was younger?
Oh, not
Not
just
as cool.
not just anime, but like I talk to my kids how everyone plays video games, right?
Mhm.
I remember growing up, like you were a complete nerd, dork, geek. You were made fun of to high hell if you played video games. People were not into Magic or D&D or comic books. Like I remember growing up in school, people would make fun of you for reading comic books and stuff. I mean, God forbid if you ever mentioned you liked anime, you were like, oh, you're the weeaboo club or whatever. And
Yeah, you're the weird person that likes hentai, because that's all anime was.
Right.
It's just hentai. I'm like,
right,
okay.
the tentacles and all that.
Uh-huh.
But no, and it's in now that I don't want this to come across wrong, it's like I'm happy that like my kids are growing up in an accepting time like that, but there's also a part of me that's like, fuck you, you don't know what I went through.
Oh yeah, no. We should just be proud.
Oh, I am. It's
built
like
the backbone to where they can, or wait, what is it?
the foundation.
We walked so you could run.
We had to walk 5 miles up and downhill just to
Just to
play our
watch-
video games, just to watch our anime.
Oh, dude, I remember like anime music videos. You had to wait like half hour.
Oh
to
my
watch a
God,
2-minute
right?
clap.
Oh my God. Okay, so that reminds me. So back in high school, I had this girlfriend. I don't know. I think she bought them online or something, but she would have the frickin' anime scoop. I would go to her house like all the time, and we would just watch like the weirdest animes like that. and none of them were like really bad per se, but just like some really weird premises. I can't even remember like half of them what they were. But she was also the one like where I got to see all of the Japanese Dragon Ball Z as well too. Like
Yes.
before Dragon Ball Z like fully came out in America and all that. Like hell yeah, I already know what happens, guys. All right.
Yeah. Like, fun.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Yeah, it was the weirdest thing. Like it was cool in a sense. It was sort of like a cult thing too, because you and your friends would pass around VHS tapes like, hey, watch these like 10 episodes of Ninja Scroll or Rurouni Kenshin or something, or Demon Slayer or something. Be like, yep. And they may not even be 10 episodes in perfect order. It's just 10 random episodes and you got to watch it. And then if you wanted to know more about what happened in the show, go find the anime music video to try to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I gave up on the anime stuff. It was more manga for me because it was more like you could access it. Except I do remember, what was it, Japan Anime Castle maybe? You could buy DVDs from there. It was from Japan.
Yeah.
It took forever.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah, I remember buying when the Dot Hack games came out for PlayStation.
Yes.
I remember because I bought all 4 Dot Hack games and they all came with like the anime, the little like 20-minute episodes in each game. But I really want, and that game I think took place after the original anime. So I'm like, I really wanted to know what the hell happened. So I bought something like some probably not so legit site. It's like, oh yeah, like Dot Hack Anime, and I waited like I think like over a month to get it, and it's like the best thing ever. I loved that anime. I love those games too. They were so good. I know what you mean with the manga now. I am reading a lot more manga nowadays. I'm actually rereading One Piece right now.
Oh my. Good luck, man.
I'm almost to chapter 700. I've been reading it for like the past month and a half. It's
Good on you.
Did you ever read that manga or see the anime or?
I've seen the anime. I think I got to like the 300s and kind of fell off. I was just like, It was one of those, and I should probably give it another shot because I've been watching more. I used to be a very like, must be subbed, you know, gotta be the Japanese voices because it makes more sense and blah blah blah. But
I'm still
like,
that way.
I want to have something in the background while I'm working, so I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, that is one of the downsides to subs because you have to pay attention. Like
there's no like just having it in the background.
Because like one of the things I've been doing like since the beginning of the pandemic is when I don't have anything to do and I'm bored, I'll put on like Magic Arena on one screen and then I'll have like The Simpsons on another screen, and I'm not really having to completely pay attention to it. So I know what you mean. Yeah, I'm still super picky about having subtitles because I feel like, and maybe dubbing has gotten better over the years, but I guess maybe I've just been traumatized by the early dubbing that we probably grew up with, where they didn't convey the emotion correctly and all that.
It was like, did you ever see Ghost Stories?
No.
That is one. Okay, you have to watch it, dubbed, because they basically, with this anime, it was like, here, voice cast, just say whatever you want. So it's super wacky.
Oh God, I've seen some of the early dubs of One Piece when it first came out. Like, oh my God, it's so bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
they're like censoring. Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, they censored the guns and made them like super soakers or something. Or oh God, it was terrible.
Sanji's cigarette is a sucker.
Oh yeah, it's a lollipop. That's right. Yeah, but I think that's the only way I'm able to digest anime nowadays is just the manga, because it's so hard for me to sit down and just watch the anime and have to really be tuned, because like with the manga I can just read a few chapters that I find online and go on my day at that point.
Yeah.
With it.
that's a slippery slope for me because I just get obsessed over things, and I'm like, all right, now I just have to finish it, and then
That's how I'm feeling with
slippery
One
slope.
Piece right now, because
Yeah.
I loved that anime like when I first started reading it like over 10 years ago, and then I just dropped off because life happened.
Yeah.
And so I've been wanting to get back into it, so I decided, fuck it, just read it every night before I go to bed. And like past month and a half, I've just been trying to power through the chapters. And god fucking shit, that anime or that manga is so good. Holy fuck. it
It seems like now, because I know the creator's super cool too. I heard.
Ichiaro Oda or something.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to.
Yeah.
I don't know his first name. I know it's just Oda.
But now it's basically like just action. There is no filler. So I'm like, all right, like at least you. And he has like 5 more. I was like, damn,
He has 5 more what?
years of content
Fuck.
story. I think I could be.
Oh my
reading
god.
wrong.
That's like the only manga that I ever started from start to finish and never stopped was Naruto. And when Naruto finally ended the manga, because I was watching the anime, but then when the anime did that 100 episodes of filler, like in the beginning, I was like, okay, I'm done with it. I'll just read the manga. And
Yeah.
so I kept with the manga up, and when it finally ended, I'm like, awesome, great. Naruto becomes the Hokage. Spoiler.
Yeah.
And
Believe it.
and then oh god. And then when they came out with Boruto, I tried reading some of that and watching some of the anime. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I don't care anymore. Like, Naruto became the Hokage. He won. That's it. No more. I don't need any more. I'm done. I'm good.
And I think they brought him back or something. Naruto's young again.
What?
Yeah.
Oh god.
In Baruto, I think I don't know.
I did read a chapter of like the latest chapter or whatever. I had no idea what the hell was going on. It seemed like they completely like they didn't even I don't even think Boruto was even mentioned in the chapter. It was nothing but Naruto and Sasuke. And it was something like some guy got Jiraiya's powers or something. I'm like, what's going on? Like just stop. Just
at this point, it's becoming like comic books where they just keep recycling stuff.
well, it's like Dragon Ball Z. It's like as much as I enjoyed Dragon Ball Super and all that,
I love that.
it was like and I'm reading the Dragon Ball Super manga too, and it's like it's the same thing. It's some big bad guy comes,
Yeah.
Goku's gonna win, of course, and unlocks a new hidden power, and it's like, okay, can we do something different? But they can't, because Goku's been the strongest for like 5 million years
Yeah.
and stuff. But
I am curious, because they're revamping Inuyasha. And
oh my
Inuyasha has a kid.
god,
I'm like,
I'm like,
where's
not
Kagome?
I have not seen that since I was in high school, I think. I'll be honest, I barely remember it. Like, I don't think I ever saw the entire series, but I know I saw a bunch of it.
Yeah, I never finished it. Because I only was able to watch what was on like Netflix, and that was 100. I remember it was 127 episodes, and I was so mad because it like didn't seem like they collected half of the shards.
Yeah.
I was like, what the?
Yeah.
I want these to be finished. Come on.
Right?
But I'm kind of excited for the new one. I'm curious to what they'll do.
Now, trying to think what else. I think last year I finally read the Gantz manga. You ever read Gantz?
I know of it. I did not read it though.
It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, that is a really messed up one. I don't know why. I'm like either side of the spectrum where it's either like super cute, slice of life, like adorable, or very messed up. What is going on in this person's brain?
Yeah. It's Gantz was definitely one of those where definitely some chapters it's like like
Yeah.
Stephen King levels of fucked up. Like, what the hell is wrong with this author type shit.
Yes.
But I'm trying to think of any other. I mean, okay, I I think what really started getting me back into anime the past few years was One Punch Man. Was I finally gave
Mm-hmm.
One Punch Man a shot, and holy shit, that's a great anime. Like, it's like the anti-anime. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Have you seen both seasons?
I've not seen season 2 yet. That was one I just never. I was a little cautious with the studio change. They
Oh,
changed
there was a
studios.
studio change.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't hear
Yeah.
about that.
That's why it's a little less actiony
Well, yeah,
or
that
something.
would make sense. Why? And they ended the season on a cliffhanger too.
So,
I just hope we don't have
can't.
to wait like 4 years for the next one.
You know. See, that's one thing. Like kids nowadays, or like everybody as a whole. You know, I remember you had to time out your day because like if you wanted to watch something on TV, you only had this time slot. And
Mm-hmm.
now we have access to everything all at once, so you binge watch it, and then it's like the creators can't like just make something right away. If you want
Right?
it to be good, at least,
Yeah.
gotta give them time. So
Right. Yeah. It's I've been noticing. I don't know. I'm finding it harder and harder to get into a lot of the shows lately on like Netflix or Amazon, Hulu, because I'm noticing this one thing, and I don't know if you've noticed this or anything. Like, I've been trying to watch The Boys season 2. Um,
oh yeah.
I really liked the first season of it, but I'm
Uh-huh.
noticing like The Boys season 2 is falling into like the same traps that I see with every other like streamed drama show that goes out there, where they just give you little drops and hints of what's going on, or throughout the show, and then they always end each episode with a cliffhanger to make you want to watch the next episode. And I have to say, I'm getting bored with that. It's
Sense.
because it feels like almost every show's starting to become the same in a sense. Like the plot outline and format is starting to become the same with a lot of these shows, where it grabs you on with the premise of it. Like the boys is,
Mm,
the premise of the boys is cool. Like, right, there's essentially the Justice League, but they're all a bunch of assholes, and they're
yeah.
complete maniacal egomaniac idiot,
Anti-heroes.
yeah, anti-heroes, right? So that right there's it's a cool premise, but then it's falling into this plot trap of, I feel like every show is falling into, where there's something that happens, they drip feed you little bits of info to get to the end of it, and then boom, right at
Mm,
the end they drop something like, oh my god, she was really your father or something, and you're like, what? I gotta watch the next episode.
yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen The Boys. But like a lot of the like it seems like with comics that happens a lot.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
we were trying to watch Umbrella Academy, and
I
it's
couldn't get
weird.
into
It was
that at
one of those where
all.
we were like, we'll try and watch one every night, but then
Hmm.
we got bored, and it seemed like it was more formatted to where you need to watch it all in one go,
I think
and I
that's
think
one of the
that's
reasons why I got bored of that too, because
yeah.
I'm like you. I like to maybe watch an episode a day or every other day, something like that, because I like to try to prolong it out. I mean, there's
Mm,
been some shows that have come out where it's like I gotta binge everything, like The Witcher. I'm already on like my third watch through of The Witcher and all that because I freaking love it.
yeah.
But it's like Umbrella Academy. I couldn't get into it. I was bored. It just felt like, oh, there's a mystery happening. The world's gonna end, but they're gonna figure it out because there's already a season 2. You
Yeah.
know?
I think I feel like it might just be the comic format. Maybe. No, maybe they just haven't, or maybe they've seen so much success with all these other shows to where they're gearing it to where it's more like you need to keep watching, watch all the time
And it makes
type
sense
dealio.
because when you think about shows, like you mentioned, when you had to watch shows at a certain time slot, a lot of
Mm,
shows were created back then to have a beginning, middle, and end. And there
Yeah,
was
it could stand on its own.
yeah, they could stand on its own. It was meant to be syndicated. And
Mm.
like I love using Star Trek as an example. I don't know if you like Star Trek or anything, but the Star Trek shows from the 90s and the early 2000s and even from the 60s had a beginning, middle, and end of it, and it
Yeah.
stood on its own. And yet the new Star Trek episodes, Picard and Discovery, it's like one overarching plot of it. And I think maybe that's where I'm starting to get hung up on a lot of these shows, where it's like you said, I don't want to have to keep watching it, right? I want to be able to watch an episode, be good with that episode, and then all right, I'll watch another if I want to. You know what I mean?
That's probably what the hang up is.
But I like the way you
like,
called it, like a comic book thing. I guess that is kind of true.
Well, because now, so they, and that like links back to us. Yeah, nerds are cool now. Is like they picked up all these comic books. The movies have done really well. A lot of the TV shows, I think they finally found a formula to where they enjoyed it. Like people enjoy it, and then all these streaming services are getting really big, and then they're like, oh, look at all this content that we have access now, because comics have been going on for super long, and like especially it seems like Image has I liked Image the most out of everything, because like you don't necessarily like there's just so many different stories, because it was all creator controlled. And it seems like a lot of things were picked up then, but then that was getting annoying, because I kind of was just like, because you get like spectators at comic shops trying to buy it, because their script got bought by some movie company, so now I have to buy all these comics so that I can resell them.
Oh God,
they
right? I want to make the money, the speculators and stuff, and God, that got so annoying. Like, I mean, a good example of that just recently when Chadwick Boseman passed away, and like people buying up Black Panther stuff left and right to resell. It's like that kind of stuff pisses me off, where it's like, what if there's some little kid, Black Panther was his favorite, and unfortunately, the actor passed away and wants to be able to, I don't know, get a Funko Pop or something, or whatever little toy, and to remember him by, and nope, some assholes gotta, freaking buy them all up and sell them on eBay.
But yeah, I don't know.
Shit like that is annoying. It's like hell, that even happens in Magic sometimes. Like some random card will come out. Like, I'm sure there probably already is like a bunch of massive price spikes of new cards in Zendikar Rising that have caused older cards to suddenly shoot up to $100 or whatever. It's one of the annoying things, because then it's for people probably like you and me who are more enfranchised in Magic, who've been playing for a long time. It's not too bad, because we may have those cards, right? But for new players who are just trying to get into it, that $1 card that you and I paid for 10 years ago, oh look, it's $50 all of a sudden, and you're just like, what the hell?
I feel like, at least with Magic, you can sell them easier. I feel like,
oh yeah, I mean that is a trade-off too with it.
Yeah, to where it's not as bad, and I feel like Magic has been trying to respond to that.
Oh yeah, I feel like they've been aggressively reprinting lately.
So
as much as people are complaining about, fetch lands or whatever not being reprinted, like Jesus, it's other cards. Just look at the past core set 2021, like Azusa or Azusa or whatever. Like, that card was over a $20 card for the longest time, and it got reprinted down to the ground essentially, and now it's cheap as hell to pick up. Scavenging Ooze got reprinted. Ugin got reprinted, and that card was like $50-$60 before it got reprinted too. Hell, wasn't there that Grim Tutor? Wasn't that like $300 or something, because it never had a reprint?
Oh, I don't know.
It was like, I don't know if that's the exact price, but I just remember hearing it was super expensive, and now it got
Yeah.
reprinted down to, in a core set where, oh, look, it's $10 now,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I feel like they're doing better with reprints and all that. Yeah, it may not be all the reprints that you may want, right? It may not be fetch lands all the time, but do you even really need fetch lands in your EDH decks and all that? Yeah, sure, maybe if you're playing Modern and Legacy, but who's playing those formats now?
Yeah. Yeah, a little harder right now. Although I think they're like trying.
Yeah.
Aren't they trying to gear up Arena for that slowly?
Well, I know they talked about Pioneer being available in
yeah.
Arena later this year. Shit. I mean, I'd love Commander in Arena right now.
Right.
I don't know if we'll ever see multiplayer Commander, but even if it's like 1v1 Commander, I'm like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Well, they have Brawl, don't they?
Yeah, it's just not as good. It's like every time I've tried to get into it, it's and maybe because I'm not playing with like direct challenging or anything, but just playing with random people, all they do is just play the best Brawl deck that's out there, and you're like, it was fun the first time, and then when you face it again like 5 more times, you're like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
It gets kind of old.
Yeah, that's understandable.
That's why I love Spell Table. Like, it just makes it so easy to just be able to play EDH games.
It's so nice.
You need to come on one of my streams to play some EDH.
Let me know. I'm always down for EDH games.
That'd be awesome. I'll try to get Pixie too, because she is. I don't know if you ever played EDH with her, but she's hilarious. She likes to be so unassuming, like my deck is complete trash. I'm not a threat at all. I'm terrible at this game. And then and then it's like all of a sudden, oh look, I got Corvald out and he's swinging for 20. Like what?
Like, oops.
The fuck?
That slipped. Yeah, that is the very intriguing part. Is like the politics.
Oh my god.
All of EDH. I was just like,
what? I need to start playing with different people, because a lot of the people I stream with, like Pixie, and then I've got a few others that have just played so much with me, they all know my tells now of when I do or don't have something. So I'm just like, fuck. They know exactly. They know all my bluffs, so I can't freaking politic anymore.
Yeah.
It's hilarious though. It's all in good fun though. I think if there is like a shining light in this tunnel of this pandemic, it's been Spell Table and being able to play. I have never played so much EDH in my life before during this pandemic, because before I'd maybe play once a month, maybe, if that, because I'd be too busy to go to the store and spend 4 or 5 hours there, Now I can just do it from the comfort of my home at night and just stream with my friends, and I've played I don't know how many games of EDH I've played. It's so much now. It's crazy. And I love it. I love every bit of it. I've built like, I think I'm up to like 25 or 26 EDH decks now.
Nice. That's awesome. We're trying to do. We saw Kess was doing this, where you make a deck for each color. So we're trying that, so we can like.
I was trying that.
Because that was the one thing whenever
it's like 32 or something, 32 colors or.
That's sound right.
I think
we're doing all like the combos.
Because there's the 5 colors, then the 10 guilds, that's 15. And the 5 shards and wedges, that's 10, so that's 25. And then the 5 4-color combos? That's 30.
And colorless.
That's 31. Is there another one? Oh, 5 color. 32.
32.
Yeah, so I think it is 32.
Yeah.
Unless I'm missing one. I don't know. No, but it's a fun challenge, though. How close are you guys to finishing that?
Oh, not close at all. We just started like a while ago. Because we were just like, that was the one thing, like, whenever we're selling cards, I'm like, no, not the lands, because we always can use those. So we have all, like, the land base.
Yeah.
Just more picking up the other cards. So
The
slowly.
the mono color decks are always the best because he's just you just need basics. Maybe a non-basic land here or there, like Reliquary Tower or Rogue's Passage or something. But most part just basics, which is good.
Yes.
Have you built a mono white deck yet?
No, not yet. I don't
I
think we've decided.
I haven't done that one yet either. It's so easy to just want to do like life gain and all that or angels, but I don't know, I want to do something else. Like it's either, you could do white weenies with crap ton of small creatures and all that, or life gain. I don't know. But that's one of my problems with EDH is I don't want to do what's the most popular a lot of times. I just want to do something that's like really wacky.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know. I am a filthy nut decker, so I usually just look up decks because I'm garbage at brewing. So.
Oh, but that's like
but I
so
usually
much
look
of the
for
fun.
like. I look for more just fun ones. He's more competitive, Chad. Very. Like, he has this Kanan deck I hate playing against.
He has what?
Ramp and a Kanan.
The green blue one?
Yeah.
Oh, gross. I hate that one.
Yeah, he felt that. I was just hate. Oh.
But
ramp and then big creatures.
I mean, that's pretty much what Simic is now. Just
yeah, pretty much.
It's like it's gotten to a point where green has better card draw than friggin' blue at this point.
Yeah.
No, but so EDH is like the only format where I love brewing decks for. Every other format, I'm like, I can't be bothered to try to brew a deck.
Yeah.
But EDH, it's something about it where I just love coming up with an idea and like try to make it work. And it may be absolutely terrible, but it's fun as hell. Like,
meme decks are always the best. Like, as long as you get that like one thing you want to do, like that's an accomplishment.
And you don't win. Yeah, right. You won the game, even if you die. You're like, oh, I won. I don't care.
Yeah, like whatever.
I once built an Azorius banding and phasing deck.
Mm-hmm.
And it was absolutely terrible, but I loved it because especially when you play against people who don't know what phasing or banding does, it just confuses the hell out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, I'm gonna go attack with my band, and they're like, all right, I'm gonna go to blocks. I'm like, nope, I choose your blocks.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh god, it was great. But all right, so it's all right, so I think this should be about pretty much it. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to ask you. I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll start off with this. Where can people find you if they want to reach out?
Yeah. I'm pretty much InklinCustoms on all formats. The easiest way to find me, you can go on my website and there's email there or Twitter. That's usually where I respond to.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I want to thank you again for coming on. It was a blast just talking. Heck, I wish I'd known you liked anime sooner. I feel like we could just talk anime the whole time.
I was supposed to excuse me, like have you not seen my tokens?
I have seen them. It just didn't even click with me.
Yeah,
because it's like I was just focusing more on magic and.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for like derailing it to anime.
Oh, if you ever listen to my other podcasts, I mean, 2 episodes ago we spent an hour talking about research psychology because the guest I had on was a research psychologist, and I'm like, what does that even do? What does that mean?
Yeah.
And so I was asking like tons of questions, like, what do you do? And then it's like, I guess we'll talk about magic now. No, that's what I try to do with these conversations, where try to have the people get to know you, right? And if anime is one of the things you love, then we're gonna talk anime. I don't care. But
filthy weebs.
Yeah, I'm just gonna after the episode or after this is done, I'm just gonna go back and read One Piece. Actually, no. I'm gonna go back and probably play Ghost of Tsushima. I'm still in the middle of that game. It's so good.
Oh, I heard that was great.
And it is such a long game, too. Like, I must be 30, 40 hours into the game, and I'm, like, halfway through it. But I'm literally trying to do everything in the game. So that's probably why it's taken me so long.
Completionist, very nice.
Not usually, but it's something about this game where I want to complete everything because it's so good, right? Because some games I'll just be like, I don't care about the side quest, just go straight for the story. This game,
Yeah.
I'm like, I love everything about it.
Excellent.
But so people can find you on Inkling Customs. You've got Twitter, Instagram. Is it TikTok too? Also Inkling Customs. Right.
Yep. TikTok, Twitch, Patreon. My website's just InklinCustoms.com.
Sweet. Well, I want to thank you again for coming on, and I hope you have a great night.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Hey, everybody, and thank you all for listening to the episode. Hope you all really enjoyed the conversation. I know I did. Jessica was a really awesome person, and I can't wait to play some EDH with her. So if you do like to follow my streams on twitch.tv/magicwithzuby, I should have done that in the intro, but I forgot. We are actively working on trying to schedule her on one of the streams to play some EDH with us. So stay tuned for that. Follow my Twitter for that kind of stuff. And thank you again for listening/watching out there. And I hope you all have a great day.